A loose back tooth gets stuck in a taffy candy bar and falls out. Someone who works at my grandfather's office gave us chestnuts. Grandpa peeled the chestnuts with his small knife. The chestnuts that were cut off were buried in the hearth placed in the room. As time passed, the chestnuts were cooked properly and turned yellow like egg yolk, becoming fragrant and sweet roasted chestnuts. Grandma eats roasted chestnuts. Other chestnuts which have a thick, round inner shell that is exposed only by peeling off the outer skin. I have to eat those chestnuts. The rough and tasteless inner skin leaves a bitter taste in the mouth after eating. Is said to be good for coughing disease. So that was what my grandfather asked the person working at the station. For a long time, I had been eating tasteless, rough, bitter raw chestnuts. Grandpa also studied herbal medicine because of the pain he felt when his son passed away in Japan. As he had tuberculosis in prison and died without receiving treatment. Grandpa gets anxious even when Grandma or I cough even a little. Grandpa often said that while he was raising my mother, he had spent all his time without realizing how precious and wonderful it was to raise a child. I remember Grandpa's sad voice saying that when he was young he didn't know what was precious and important in life. I put a raw chestnut with a round inner shell in my mouth and bit hard. But I couldn't bite. I told Grandpa that I couldn't bite it. Hey, the chestnut is too big? Grandpa bit off a raw chestnut and made it into small pieces. I bit it again, but only my teeth hurt. Let's see. Oh, your tooth is loose. Oh, I'll have to pull it out. Oh my Tilda, my little bird is all grown up, all grown up. Grandpa brought Grandma's sewing kit box and the two of them took out a round spool of thread and made 2 rows. The silk thread was tied around my shaking tooth. Are you done? I asked, blinking. No, I have to tie it once more. Before he could finish speaking, Grandpa hit my head with one hand. It happened at the same time. So I didn't know if it was because the head hurt when he hit it or because the tooth hanging from the silk thread fell out, but it fell out. One tooth, little bigger than a grain of rice, fell out, and Grandpa was so happy. Blood flowed out with the saliva, and I couldn't even swallow it and started crying. I rinsed my mouth with the salt water even though the coarse salt in the bowl hadn't dissolved yet. And after repeating the process 2 or 3 times, the bleeding stopped and the saliva was no more flowing. Grandma, me, and Grandpa. The community of these 3. Grandpa started the pray first. Then we went out into the yard and sang the pray together. Magpie, magpie, I'll give you an old tooth, so give me a new tooth. My goddess, our young bird has grown up and lost a tooth today. Please give her a strong and straight new tooth. And the little tooth, still with some blood on the tip, was hanging on the thread, spinning around and flying over the roof. One evening, Grandpa bought a very large piece of taffy candy bar. The candy, which has peanuts scattered in the middle, is called gang ute. The candy that looked strong, dark brown and purple-red color, was pretty. Grandpa must have bought the candy before my teeth became loose so that I could be familiar with it. Put the taffy on a small piece of cloth and tap it with a tiny hammer from the corner with a needle. It splits amazing. I found it fun. When the big needle passes, it becomes small pieces of taffy. Grandma and Grandpa made a bet to see who could put the biggest piece in their mouths and eat it. Huh? I put a huge piece of candy in my mouth and bit it. The grandfather spoke while holding a piece of candy in his mouth. Open your mouth and tell me how much candy you bit. Where, let's see. I opened my mouth with all my might to show that the piece of candy I was holding was the largest among the 3 of us. The large piece of candy melted softly in my mouth, making it difficult to open my mouth. That was it. There was a snapping sound and my jaw stuck to the piece of candy and came out. To be exact, it wasn't my jaw, but my back tooth that was getting ready to fall out without my knowing. Got stuck to the candy and came out. At that moment, grandparents clapped their hands and laughed happily. The back tooth could not be pulled out by tying it with silk thread. Grandparent used the taffy candy tactic to take out my back tooth on time. Back teeth are not visible, so if you don't get them out when they are loose, new teeth will push the old ones from the bottom. Then, the new tooth cannot grow in its proper place because the old tooth does not give way to it, and it comes out crooked. My grandpa put in a lot of effort during the period when my old tooth and new tooth were changing places. One time, he asked me to stick my tongue out and see if the tip of my tongue touched the tip of my nose. I stuck my tongue out to see if it touched the tip of my nose. "Oh, Yoshi Yoshi, you won't become a tet," he said. "If your tongue is short, your pronunciation will be inaccurate when you speak, so you will become a tet." He grabbed my tongue with his hand and pulled it. And he liked it. "Your tongue is long and you speak well." "Oh Tilda, that's good." That's how he diagnosed my body, whether every nook and cranny was growing well and whether there was anything abnormal. The little bird who wanted to live with Grandpa forever learns the importance of a community called us that must never be broken as a new school year started. The whining about going home to see Mom has decreased. And the burying of the face in the pillow to hide the tears and runny nose has disappeared. But as we move into a new school year, the day comes when the nest that was built so tightly with the power of mutual love suddenly collapses.